Bossman bounce. Benjamin, straight out of Tampa, Florida. Shout out to the industry's most wanted. You know who is with Tampa's Mystic. Oh, God.
Man, listen, I got my Tampa family in the building. Bossman bounce. What is going on? Good morning.
What's going
on? Cold morning. How you doing?
Shiver me timbers. It's a little chilly outside. I was going to come out without the jacket, but I had to grab that thing.
Nah, that is a fact, bro. It is, listen, I was actually thinking last night, but it was fairly late, and I didn't want to hit you up super late. I was like, I wonder if he knows the temperature. And I was going to tell you, you might want to bring something warm, but I'm like, he'll probably look. I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes it's good to have a warning. Otherwise, you're going to hit that wall. I hit that wall today. Had to go back and just start over, you know.
Man, it's good to see you. How's everything been going? Let's first start there.
I can say God is good as usual. You know, every day a blessing. Getting through the rooms of vultures when I go through them, you know. Everything adding up like it's supposed to. Hey, let's do it the right way.
Absolutely. So let's first and foremost, I want to talk about Tampa a little bit because, you know, I'm born and raised there. But honestly, I haven't lived in Tampa since 2013. It's been almost 13 years since I've lived there. It's been a very long time. So it's safe to say I'm somewhat out of touch with the music scene. Not intentionally. I'm just very busy here. So, you know, I still love Tampa. I'm going to move back there at some point in time. But take us through what is it looking like right now musically out in Tampa?
Musically, I ain't much gonna lie. The music scene has slowed down a lot. You don't see as many artists putting out promotions, posters, or doing too many shows as far as talent shows and none of that. I know there's a lot of guys that are throwing them the events here and there. They only seem to rock with, I guess, their homeboys or who they've been dealing with. None of them seem to want to open the gate to work with others.
Understood.
You know, open that door up so we can be more of a light city, get more attention in the city, bring more money to the city, what really matters. And, you know, that's really my thing of doing, you know, changing that. It's been a lot of clubs done shut down. Definitely a lot of venues done shut down, but it's a lot of motion in the city still.
So there's gatekeepers in Tampa?
I wouldn't say it ain't. I ain't gonna say it either.
I feel like that's anywhere we go, though.
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's always.
You're never going to escape that because there's definitely gatekeepers. You know, whether people want to admit it or not, there's gatekeepers in Atlanta. It's always a conversation piece out here.
True shit.
I can say there's a lot of unity in Atlanta too, and I love that.
Yeah. That's why I keep coming up here because I really wish Tampa had that same unity and bond and was able to work with each other instead of so much hatred and everybody staying distant. I mean, you can be on did a show with a person out there in Tampa and they standing right next to you the next day at Walmart and they won't even speak to you. Because you rocked out the show better than them or they didn't think you was going to come in there and take they shine. And, I mean, why you worried about that, man? You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and get this bag together. Let's get this shine together. Let's go ahead and make better for the city. I'm all about that. So I think that's why ain't nobody going to be in my way with this emotion I'm finna have.
Listen, I agree with you. I feel like if we can work together, we can get to where we're going quicker because now you got a force of people coming together versus trying to work against each other.
Look.
And let's be honest, that's why Atlanta has been on the forefront for so many years because artists here respect each other. Artists here work together. Not to say there's not going to be some big one from time to time, but overall, I've never seen a city like it. You know what I'm saying? People come together, and I feel like if Tampa and a lot of other cities would take heed to that and actually work together, you could get to your ultimate goal a little bit quicker.
Facts, because I learned a long time ago, a handshake go way farther than a punch. So,
man,
that's
facts. You got to build them relationships. Relationships will put you in places that money cannot. Y'all got to stop this working against each other and got to work together.
Gotta use that head.
Nah, facts. You've been performing and doing music since like 2006 and getting paid for shows since 2008.
Right.
Which also kind of separates you from a lot of other artists because, you know, there's a lot of artists out here who are not getting paid.
Yeah.
How do you feel like the Tampa music scene has evolved since you first started?
To be honest, in Tampa, I haven't even seen too much of a change. Every now and then you might see someone throw some posters up or you might see a new guy or a lady, you know, popping with a new little single, but then that'd be it.
Yeah.
And it'd normally be because of the same thing. They either was dealing with somebody that put a certain amount of funds behind their project, didn't know what they was doing business-wise, got jammed up, now all of a sudden their project on hold. Or either you dealing with somebody that's independent trying to do it and just don't know what to do. They don't know whether to go right or left, but they just putting all this music out. So there's a lot of that going on too.
So let me ask you this because, you know, fairly recently, Doechii had a big win for the city.
Oh my God! Hey, shout out to Dolce. You did that for the city. Yeah. She the only one there with a damn Grammy.
She like it gives me chills just thinking about it because not only is she from Tampa, but she's a female as well. So, of course, I'm like, yeah.
Representing hard for the ladies. She
girl
did
power.
That.
She a beautiful black queen. Shout out to, Doechii most definitely. Did that at all shift the energy in the city? Because, again, I'm not living there anymore. But did it shift the energy and, like, kind of motivate people a little bit? Saying, dang, we got this girl from our city who just won a Grammy.
Yeah, I will say once she got that Grammy, it kind of woke up a lot of artists that was doing a few shows and was putting their music out like they should. I'm seeing a little bit more and more as the time go on that they getting out the house. I'll say they finally trying to jump off that porch,
And what did it do for you personally? Like when you seen old girl who was a Tampa representative, you know what I'm saying? She a Florida baby.
Yeah.
How did that personally, impact you?
It inspired me along with impact me at the same time because I know it's possible, I'm a big believer in prayer, prayer does change things. I keep God first and go hard always. And I preach that to the next person. That's what I recommend. And I know she had a lot of prayer and had a lot of hard work putting in her project. She made it. And I know it's a possibility that someone else can make it too. So that's a prime, big example in all of our faces.
That is a perfect prime example. She's like the epitome of I came from nothing and I can make it. Because I seen an old video of her circus where she, I think, was even homeless for a little while, living out of her car. And excuse me if I'm incorrect on that, but if I took the video correctly, I feel like she had a period of time where she was really down and out.
Yeah.
And to see her come from that to build up to Grammy award-winning artist from little old Tampa, it ain't little, But man, that's beautiful right there. Most definitely. So let's talk about this current single called I Know, featuring Joe Green. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Joe Green, that's my family, man.
Yeah, big JoJo.
Big JoJo.
What's happening, homie?
What inspired that track?
To be honest, I say honestly, what happened that inspired that track was like a lot of hatred and activity. I kind of witnessed and been witnessing
in the industry as a whole.
Yeah, and from the whole and to the way people stunting once they get in position.
They stunt like their daddy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's like, okay, just listen to the hook, like your money low. You just started robbing. Half these cats gonna start robbing when they money low, and the rest of us that got sense, we're gonna go get a job, go get it from the ground, do what we gotta do. And then you go to the next thing on the hook, you just go line for line. Everything really plays into existence of what's really going on in our world today and what you normally would see somebody going through. So that's the kind of music I put out, something that someone can relate to, what they currently in the stands with.
Most definitely. So what was it about Joe Green? Because Joe Green is a phenomenal artist. And he's so humble. Yeah. Known him for many years. Big shout out to Joe Green, JoJo, Trap still bunking, you know what I'm saying? What was it about him that made you say, this is who I got to get on this record?
I ain't much gonna cap. To be honest, how that happened, I did a track with my other partner out here in the A, Young Ralph. They call him Jug Man.
Jug Man, yeah.
I got a track called Hitting Licks. Shout out Jug Man. What's happening, homie? That's big bro right there too. So I was up there promoting my track with that I did with him. And your boy Joe Green had reached out to me. And I guess I was cooking up enough to get a little attention. He reached out. Shit, it's been goddamn work ever since, man. We've been touching everything we can. We've been doing more tracks. We got more tracks already coming. But that's just for now. But that's my dog, though. We locked and loaded, baby.
Man, shoot. That is dope. Are you guys gonna do a visual together for the single?
I just came to Atlanta last month, and we shot the video.
Oh, okay.
So the video will be out November 21st. Check out YouTube, all your music video platforms. It's gonna be on there. I got you. We locked and loaded. All bases loaded.
I love that you are so about your business. Like you're covering every ground because I feel like if you feature somebody on your song, it's only right that you get them in a music video with you as well, if possible. Because I ain't gonna lie, some of these bigger artists will not make an appearance, or if they do, they gonna hit you in the head. Like they want a ton of money to make that appearance.
Yep. That's. I think that's the relationship wise with the artists. Also, what they have made the arrangement.
Yes.
If the agreement ain't on point, it's always gonna be something off.
100%. Most definitely. So you built your career off of having your own sound, which I think is important because kind of like I say, when I'm on this, I got my radio voice on.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta have your own sound because it separates you. How would you describe the Bossman bounce sounds to someone who is maybe hearing you for the first time?
Wow. It was a great impact, I'm gonna tell you that. It's addictive. Everyone that I ever played my song for, every place majority of the time that I performed at, either had to replay the music again because they loved it, or they wanted me to get on that stage again because of the energy I bring. Straight impact. So y'all boys that ain't doing it, you ain't cooking, get out the kitchen, boy. I'm telling you, big pots. Shoot.
I love it. That is dope. Again, you gotta have your own sound. All right, so I want to ask you this: who is influential wise? Like, who's the top 5 music artists, whether it be rappers or other genres that have influenced you? Not that you want to sound like them, but you were inspired by their hard work, their grind.
Besides Jay-Z and Rick Ross, as far as businessmen of the industry, rappers, I say automatically Lil Wayne. He snaps everything in half. Goddamn, Ludacris automatically. It's a few of them I rock with, man. A lot of these new guys, they okay, but I'm so used to someone like coming out back to back, album after album, hit after hit. I don't want nobody to just one time and they think they popping. Nah, you gotta kind of get out here to be out here, you know what I'm saying? So this is my list. I got like a 5-6 artist favorite list who I play on a regular, but like those are my favorites though. You know what I'm saying? It's Jay-Z, Ross, Wayne, Juvenile, Trick Daddy. You know, shout out my homeboy JT Money too, man. We still got to get up, man.
Shout out to the
for
boys,
real,
man.
Florida boys. Florida boys.
Most definitely. So, is that something that you're working towards? Is to be that artist that maybe 20 years from now, someone's gonna ask, who are some of your top influences, and they're gonna say Bossman Bounce?
You know, that's my goal, to be one of the greats as well, looked at on that level, I'll say. Like I said, the type of music I put out, it's gonna touch many people because like I produce music that's related to certain situations you're going through in life in general. And then for one, I'm up here rapping for them little ones that ain't got no voice out the hood, that's scared to say stuff on the track. They think too hard about making this move in life. Well, listen to the song. Maybe I'm walking you through that move in life you need to get through. Yeah. Just by hearing one song might motivate you. You know, that's what music does. It moves people. And I feel like that's going to be a good job for me. I'm ready to work.
Listen, I know that's right. I feel like whenever we figure out what our passion is, and obviously you did a very, very long time ago, you have to do everything in your power to make sure that it leaves an impact on somebody. Whether you're a doctor, a barber, you want to be the best to your ability of your craft and what you're doing. And I love the fact that you're working on that. I feel like that's important. Right. So you've mentioned that promoters will sometimes pay you to perform certain songs again because you got the crowd so hyped. That's what I'm talking about. What's that one song that always turns the crowd up the most?
All right, I got one called Stingy. That's
Are you stingy?
Look here, yeah, I might be. I got my moments. I ain't gonna shame it. Yeah, I'm stingy as a bitch sometimes. But I got a bigger heart though, so I'm willing to give if it's necessary.
Okay.
You know, especially to my loved ones and my kids, you know what I mean? Yeah. But Stingy, that came out, that whole project came together through a DJ. Shout out to all the DJs that's really doing their job and ain't just taking the artist's money. I had a DJ, a friend of mine's, DJ Unique, to be exact. He reached out to Blood Raw. That's who's on the record with me. And he put him on the phone with me. And shit, just like everything else, man, we still working. We done put it together. We done shot the video. It's on YouTube, on the platform. Everything is cooked. Fully, it's well done, baby. How you like to eat? I don't like mine leaking. I don't like to see that blood. I want to see it all the way cooked, not moving. It's dead, baby.
You don't want to still moving.
Yeah, you know.
Move. Yeah. Nah, that is dope. And I feel like, man, if you from Florida, you gotta like somehow, some way get a record deal with Blood Raw, man.
Look, they still talking about hibachi. I'm up here still eating shrimp and steak. Hell, I ain't trying to catch up with y'all. I'm in my own lane.
Nah, for real, man. Big shout out to Bruce.
Yeah.
Blood Raw, man. That's my brother right there. He got so much love for that dude. He's so genuine.
Yeah, he's a good dude. Blood Raw, good dude, man. That's big bro right there too, man.
Yes, most definitely. So you've had the opportunity to work directly with some, major artists, entertainment figures.
Facts.
What's, we'll say, one memorable moment or a lesson from those connections that stuck with you?
Well, one time I had an event at a club that's no longer a club in Tampa. Used to be called the Palladium.
Yes.
This is around like 2007, 2008. I was in the streets heavy doing little promotions, and I had a manager at the time. Actually, the artist Webby, me and him had the same manager.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so shout out to Rambo. If you ever see this video, hopefully you do. You was a good dude. I appreciate you putting me on the team, man. Shout out to Webby too, man. That's homie for life.
Yeah, I had his son here recently.
Rest in peace, Sweet Jones, man. I know how my boy talk. You know what I'm saying? yeah. Little Trey Savage too. Shout out to you too, man. He out there cooking.
Trey, he is. He was super dope.
Yeah, little man cooking up, man. I appreciate that support that he put on his son and inspired him to get on. But that's what happened. 2008 around then, I had an event. And it was me, another artist in the city that was popping, and then Uncle Luke and OJ the Juice Man or someone else. It was two other artists, and I was on that roster. So I performed, and before I walked all the way off the stage, out of nowhere, Uncle Luke reached and grabbed my arm. Uncle Luke, yeah, him, yeah. So he pulled me to the side. He like, bro, is that your music? I told him, yeah, of course, I ain't gonna be here performing nobody else shit. Else cooking. What's up? He was like, man, I want you to get my number. He gave me his house number, the assistant number, and his regular cell phone number. Made sure I stayed in contact. Cause anytime thing moving, he said he's gonna make sure he fill me in, and we're gonna get some business cooking. So, but at the time when that happened, he was just starting to coach his football league and stuff he got going on the side. So the man been busy. So with all that going on, and then, like I said, with me and Webby having the same manager back then around them time, and then Boosie was just getting out, my money got jammed up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about, the city was real hot with some stuff going on. I had some money set up, got jammed up, so I had to just fall back and get the business part right, because I was just so ready to have motion. I wasn't really thinking about the paperwork and the residuals, the royalties and all that stuff. Because right then I was just throwing stuff out, just trying to be on the scene, but not knowing the important part side of it,
Listen, to me, that was God intervening.
Yeah.
God intervened in that situation, said, look, sometimes you got to take a step back in order to take multiple steps forward.
You're right about that.
And it allowed you to understand the business, because too many artists out here right now are leaving a lot of money on the table.
Oh.
They don't have their publishing together.
Yeah.
They don't have their sound exchange. They don't have any way to collect, different types. There's so many different ways for an artist to make money in this music business.
Facts.
You gotta stop, pump your brakes, and take the time to learn the admin side, the business side of this. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, there's money out there that may be owed to you that you're never gonna collect because you ain't got your business together, and that's a you problem.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many resources out here.
Yeah.
Go to YouTube University.
Mm-hmm.
I always tell people, one person that I feel like a lot of artists can learn from is my sis, Wendy Day.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Wendy Day, and her Instagram and her YouTube is Rap Coalition.
Mm-hmm.
Man, she be putting so much game, because she's responsible for a lot of these rappers' careers. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's been in the industry for many, probably 30 plus years. So artists, do your homework. Don't leave no money on the table.
Yeah, got to get it. Got to get
it, man. Most definitely. So I want you to tell us more about your label, Benjamin Music Group. What's the vision for, like, we'll say, artist development and building opportunities through your label?
Before I speak on that, I'm going to say shout out to Jermaine Dupri, because he the one that enlightened me and inspired me years ago to really have that, because that's really what So Def was.
Yes.
And he feel it still is, but we all know that's a label. It's too late for that. You got everybody cooking coming out of there. But the point is, I see what he was after, and that's really what I was after. He inspired me to kind of be in my own lane, but do the same thing. So Benjamin Music Group is definitely defined as what it says, Benjamin the music group, basically. We're gonna help you get your hits together. If you are a person that can just snap but you can't come up with hooks, we got the hooks laying around for you. You can rap good, got a good song, but the beat lane, we got the beats and producers laying around for you. Like we can get some motion going. You know, it's all about what you want to put behind yourself, your project. If you're willing to show up when it's time to show up, because a lot of people be all this talk, but ain't no walk, you know.
Listen, that is a fact. You are absolutely right. Let's dive in a little bit more about artist development, because I feel like it's almost lost out here because labels aren't doing it no more. They want you to already come packaged up and ready to go.
Yeah.
So now it's like it's up to the artist to maybe find a company that's offering artist development services.
Yeah.
How important is it, and I want you to say this to the artists that are on the rise, for them to go through some sort of artist development?
It's definitely needed. There's so many artists that have been in those deals. That's what they call a 360 deal, or a deal where you just automatically just don't get your back end like you're supposed to. Yeah, they'll give you that advance. You being signed because you need it. You want it so bad, but you don't want your career to end as quick as you got in it.
Nah, for real, because that does happen, and we see it happen. People be flopping.
Yeah.
When is the mixtape or album coming out?
We're working on this Benjamin Part 3, Mr. Benjamin 3. We're looking at New Year's. I'm gonna drop it on New Year's. We ain't no other date for it. We're gonna drop it on New Year's. Everything new coming, exclusive for all y'all. Get ready.
So that's a great way to bring in a new year.
Yeah.
New project.
Ball drop, project drop.
Is it going to release at the new year, or is it going to be slightly after the new year?
Yeah, we're gonna somewhere in them hours that day is gonna be online.
Okay, so somewhere in January 1st.
Yeah, so yeah, working on the 1st.
What can we anticipate with this project that may be different from previous ones?
You definitely gonna have way more emotion. You're gonna see way more me. I'm going live more than ever online. Definitely engaging with my followers. Got to build that traction some kind of way, man. You just sitting still. I'm learning. The more I see it and the more I do it myself, that the more you sitting around, it ain't coming. As soon as you stop, everything else will stop right behind you.
Yep.
So if you ain't creating no motion, ain't nothing moving. And I'm trying to get everything moving right now. You getting ran over, you come towards me. I'm telling y'all right now, y'all Thompson, y'all beating the road. You finna go ahead and get in your other lane. Your car finna get hit.
Get on board and get left behind.
Smash. I'm crashing out on you, bro. I'm telling you, Bossman bounce, man. Look, it's up. Yeah, I'm that guy. Yeah.
So where are you at right now in your music career? What is the best way that people could be supporting you right now in this very moment?
The best way everybody can be supporting me at this moment is still just streaming all my music back to back, downloading, buying all my tracks. Buy this new project when it dropped, Mr. Benjamin 3. Shout out to Tampa Misty. Let me promote on her show.
Yeah,
you know
of
what
course.
I mean? Yeah, I gotta win, baby. But like all that stuff matter. And the promoters mainly, I'm curious about who they street man is in their ear, or either what they really paying attention to. That's who I really want to enlighten, these promoters. I'm trying to get these bookings together, let them know, it's time to get the right man on that roster, man.
Do you feel like right now, more than ever, it's a little more difficult to break into the industry? And what I mean by that is because so many people.
It's oversaturated.
It's oversaturated. Do you feel like it's more difficult now to actually get noticed? Because you got good talent, but then there's people out here doing ridiculous stuff for clout. What is your thought?
And that's always in the way. Somebody always doing something to get in your way, get some attention. And it'd be like, bro, why you did that?
It's so corny.
Yeah, this so corny. Like you think that through, bro? Okay.
Right.
Just fall back. We got it from here. Just fall back. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I can't really speak on them right now. It's just like, I ain't never need no clout to do nothing I'm doing. Everybody I did business with wanted to do business. Wasn't no shady shit. Everything getting smoked out.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. What do you feel like right now may be missing that's stopping you from taking it to that next level, like the Rod Waves and the Doechis and these other artists who made it out of Florida?
I'm gonna tell you straight up, that's why I'm out here now. The support. You see me in the camera, you see my eyes.
Yeah, look straight
I'm looking at y'all all over the world, because this will be everywhere. I need your support.
We had to do the Zoom
I'm
real
coming.
quick.
And I'm gonna keep coming. And I'm coming till I can't, damn it, come no more.
Hold on, pause.
Let me kick the door in and maybe you'll feel it. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. And I was messing with
you.
But you are absolutely right. So do you feel like it's, and I mean this in the most humble and respectful way, but is it almost to the point where you're kind of like, F everything else, I gotta focus on me right now. Like I don't care what anybody else got going on. I gotta focus on me. Is that kind of the mentality that you're carrying?
That's definitely what I'm carrying right now. Because I know I done helped so many people start their career, get their career popping. We'll say got them in a good position to the point that they're actually on the radio and everything.
Yeah.
And they ain't even try to say, hey man, show your appreciation. You know what I'm saying? Someone that did something you weren't able to do by yourself, or make this phone call to a certain person that elevated your whole lifestyle and career because of me, bro, it's time to pay it back, bro. Like, pay up. Like, just a simple phone call, hey, man, I appreciate you, or either something. It can make a difference. Like I said, that handshake goes farther than that punch. And when you fuck somebody over in the business, it feel like a goddamn punch. So what you think? They're going to crash out. You know, it's going to come times when, you know, you ain't going to have no good day. But you thank God when you have better days than your last. You know what I'm saying? So you got to shake off the bullshit and get to the real shit. Big business over here.
Man, I could not have said that any better because I deal with that often. Mm-hmm. There are so many people in this industry that I've helped put into a position or I've sent business their way and I don't even get a thank you. I don't look for anything monetary in return. You ain't got to pay me. Yeah. But like you said, a simple thank you. I appreciate you sending that client my way, or thank you for putting me in a position to level up. Mm-hmm. Not saying everybody isn't grateful, because I've gotten a lot of gratitude from people, but there are certain people out there, and they know who they are.
They sure do.
I just don't deal with them like I used to. I deal with them from afar now because I'm like, they didn't appreciate me. Yeah. And I'm not going to put myself in a position to be devalued or underappreciated.
Yeah. And they keep accepting what you're willing to give them until you can't give no more. And then now they're going to look at you and be like, huh? When they could have just been like, you know what? You did all this. Let me just do this for you. Or like I said, like you said, show appreciation. Say something.
Some sort of gratitude.
You see where your head and your heart at. You know, that it shows, you know.
People gonna treat you how you allow them to treat you.
Yeah.
You know, like, and for a long time, I was a people pleaser because I'm like, I want everybody to like me. I don't want nobody to say nothing about it. Now I don't give a damn. Now I've got boundaries. And I noticed once I set them boundaries, a lot of people started falling off because they didn't have as much access to me. See that? But that's what I prefer.
See that? Yep. And it gets bad. Like, it done got to the point where, like, I done put a dude on. I done introduce him to somebody I know that was going to, you know, get him in a good position. And I'm talking about dude hit the radio and everything, all because of me. So after all that's been said, he done hit the radio. Radio got like the third single. He done dropped the third song and it's on the radio. He see my partner who we all grew up with. He see I ain't really saying nothing to him because since the situation happened and I know it happened, he ain't said shit to me. I can say all that. I'm good. Okay. I was like, well, damn. There go your boy right there, man. Let's just keep it moving. It's a regular night. I just got off stage. I was performing, but I didn't know he was going to be there that night just to show up for the event. And he seen my partner. I'm walking to the car, and I seen him and my partner kind of come close. And I'm like, man, I ain't trying to say nothing to that cat. And I can hear him saying, dang, what's wrong with Bounce? But he's still mad. So when a person say some shit like that, they know they done fucked up. Exactly. They know they done did you a certain way. So it ain't my fault that I'm reacting a certain way back to you. You know, it's cause and effect in life. You do something crazy, what the hell you think gonna happen for the outcome? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you think I ain't gonna crash out? You crazy? You crazy?
No, that is facts because, you know, I used to be the type of person that I always wanted to be the bigger person. I'm like, if they're going to act this way, I want to be bigger than that. Mm-hmm. Now I'm like, you know what? I'm going to match your energy or even give you less.
Yeah, I'm on that.
Like, I got time to be petty
and
now.
It seems like they like you better when you do that for some reason. Because, like, the humble people and us nice folks that will get you through and be there, it's like, they just like, But the ones that's got them calling you out your name and doing whatever shit to you behind your back.
Being cutthroat.
Oh, my God. They get all the love and support. Oh, I love that guy. Such a fucking asshole. Get him a coffee. Nah, hell no.
No, man, that is facts. That is hilarious. So you're planning to invest back into the community, throwing events for people, you know, that are going through tough times, which in this economy right now, the whole government shutdown, people, I feel like some of them are in dire situations. You know, what kind of impact do you hope that these events make on not only the city of Tampa, but beyond?
Once again, it shows that, you know, the city of Tampa has life in it. You know, we have character. I know a lot of people, like I said, it don't cross their minds at all to really do for the next person. But once you realize that you be a blessing, you can receive multiple. You know, one door closes, multiple more open. And like people have to realize that they can't just go every day just not trying. You know what I'm saying? You give up. I mean, you gotta think about it. That's what happened. You gave up. That's it. There ain't nothing else. But when you continue and try, and then put yourself around people that want to see you win, get yourself out them circles where people suckering you out of a deal, to sucker you out of a show or a beat, whatever the business is.
Yeah.
When you get away from that, you'll finally feel that you're in the right position. So me and my city, I feel like we're gonna make a better move when we finally can come together and do things together. Like I said, there's still events that keep happening year after year. It's only certain people performing, only certain people, homeboys and homegirls, and they're not going to get anywhere like that.
No,
so
I agree. You got to constantly bring new talent in.
Right. If you ain't bringing new talent or showing that you're willing to take the east side and put them with the west on a couple events and finally get them to do some tracks together, then take somebody from the south over here, you can make it happen if you try. That's all I'm trying to get these folks to understand. And a lot of them don't give a damn about trying. They so damn stubborn and stuck on they vibe, ain't nobody on that.
No, absolutely. So what I do want to do is I want you to give maybe 2 or 3 people from Tampa their flowers, like people that, whether it be artist or a promoter or a DJ or something, give 2 or 3 people their flowers that you feel like's really out here helping artists or helping the community of the music industry. Who would those people be?
Be honest. Besides myself, Bossman Bounce, I ain't seen nobody do nothing. The only thing I keep seeing them doing show after show, putting their homeboys on shows. I ain't seen nobody do like I did with the Tampa Parks and Recreation and the Tampa Police Department, throw events for the youth and just the community to come get them some free meals and some stuff for school and some gift cards to go to Walmart. You can't go get your meal you want to get. I got a $50 gift card in this bag. Here you go. Go get them kids something to eat. Like people that doing stuff like that in the hood deserve respect. But like I said, people like me won't get the respect we deserve. So sometimes you gotta take it, and that's what I'm trying to do now. Because it's a lot of people that's needy, that deserving, and that's willing to work or make a difference, but they just don't have no way to do it or way to provide for their kids or their family. So like I'm trying to help open those doors and give them access to. Not only not necessarily more wealth, but more happiness in life, to know that there is a way, there is someone that give a damn.
Absolutely. So look, this may be difficult to answer, but maybe not. What do you think needs to happen to make change in the local music culture for real progress to start happening? Because I feel like there's so much talent in Tampa. Mm-hmm. But why are not more people making it out of Tampa? Why are there not more Grammy award-winning artists coming out of Tampa? What do you think needs to change?
Hatred. I think a lot of them, it's like crabs in a barrel. Yeah. As soon as somebody get to popping, everybody's on their ass. Everybody trying to do a track with that one person. But over the years, they never try to show that person no love, never try to put them on nothing. As soon as you get the little leaking, everybody want to try to grab. And that ain't what's up, We got to do what's necessary to make the big steps. Like I said, one step back, you can go so many forward. But if your mind is on the right path, you can travel that thing.
So out of everything that Bossman Bounce has accomplished, because you've done a lot in your music career, what are you the absolute most proud of?
At the moment, learning the industry ins and outs. This whole time of not really being signed to a major label as far as the business goes, with the royalties and the paperwork, the publishing, BMI, ASCAP, all those types of things that matter with artists registering their music. Everything's important, I say that's the main thing I can say, that the business side of it, because that's the easy part, going in the studio, making up some creative stuff. That's my fun part. Yeah. I love it, but when you go past that and start thinking of, okay, now what I'm going to do with it, you got to have that game plan.
That is a fact.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. What is it that's driving you? What is that driving force? Because you've been doing this for so long, and a lot of artists would have been through it in the towel.
Yeah, a lot of artists would have been through in the towel. I know a lot of artists throwing the towel through, for one, the business, And, like not only myself and some other people that went through it, sometimes your at home situation could be out of whack and it makes you not perform well in the business environment, I'll say.
Yeah.
Or it may want you to take a step back. And I don't have so many moments like the average person to just step back and step back. But when I step back, I ain't give up. I step back from going into clubs a lot, spending all my money.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah, popping out all the time just to pop out because somebody else doing something. Nah, if I'm gonna go ahead and do something, it's gonna make sense. And I got to be able to benefit something from it. So that's the main thing I know that's missing that I'm trying to, make a change on right now.
But you're right, though. Bigga actually told me that early on when I moved to Atlanta. Because when I first moved here, I was going out all the time. Because I didn't know anybody here, really. I knew a few people, but I was like, I got to get my name and my face out there.
Yeah.
But he said it comes to a point where you got to pull yourself back. Because if you're out all the time, it devalues you.
They got access to you.
There's too much access to you, and people don't feel the need to book you. They're like, he gonna show up anywhere.
That's Mystic. That's that girl that be by the bar Fridays.
She here every week. Yeah, you become another like ordinary person, and it's like, if you're trying to find ways to stand out, then you need to stop being out in the mix. Because I get invited to a ton of events, and just be honest, I don't go out that much anymore because I'm an OG now. I told y'all, I'm in my 50s. I don't have no desire to be in the clubs. I don't even drink anymore. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for what? It's a waste of time and a waste of money.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about direct-to-consumer sales? A lot of artists are reverting back to selling their music. They're still keeping it on the streaming platforms, but they're pushing people to buy their music.
To be honest, I've never been out of the field of giving it hand in hand. The digital world is straight. Everybody got this little box, their little tablets, their phones, their computers, and all that. But I still got CDs pressed up. I'm still pressing CDs up and flash drives. That in-hand promotion is always needed because even with like CDs, like everybody want a new car, everybody want to be big and fancy and have a good life, but a lot of people, like I said, it's misfortunate and don't have it. So I still think about those people, which a lot of y'all probably don't. And with that being said, I still will definitely put my CD or my music on a CD and distribute it like that. For you people that's always online that got access to that type of thing, it's online for you too. So really, it's best to hit both of them. It's not good to just do one way.
What about actually selling it online though? Because there's platforms out there like even.biz where you can upload your music and sell it, and I can come along as a consumer and pay you what I want to. Like, for example, you could say, I'm going to sell this single for $1 and see how it does. But I could be like, man, that's my homie. I'm going to give him $5 for it. You know what I'm saying? That's what, shout out to even.biz, and I'm sure there's other platforms as well. Is that something you're interested in doing?
Yeah, I definitely would add that to the punch. I haven't heard of that site, to be honest.
Yeah, LaRussell's a big advocate for them.
Yeah, the more I hear about those type of sites, I'm jumping on it.
Yes.
Everything that's popping, it's best to get on everything moving if you're really trying to have motion. So I ain't trying to miss no train.
Absolutely. I feel like if you are a music artist, you need to put your music everywhere. Because each of them platforms has their own audience. Like me personally, I'm an Apple Music user. I don't use Spotify. So people will send me Spotify link. I'm like, I don't subscribe to them.
Then
so
it's the opposite.
Yeah, and then there's some people who don't have Apple Music. They got an Android, so they're using Spotify or whatever. So you got to put it everywhere. Don't miss out on no money on
At all. Get all of it. It's time to collect them royalties. It is definitely there for you to get.
Absolutely.
Look, I ain't even banking hard on paid shows. I make my money off streams. Like, the money I do come across, it come off my streams, bro. And it's like, it can be so much better. That's really why I ain't stopped yet. Because I'm like, damn, if I ain't on the radio and I'm making this amount without being on the radio, why would I quit?
How much pressure do you put on yourself, if at all, to keep that steady income or maybe even increase it, month by month or quarterly by quarterly? Like, is that a lot of pressure on you as an artist?
It's definitely pressure, just like anybody else that got like regular responsibilities from, bills, or if a person got like a lot of kids or something, but what I do is I don't just depend on the music. I get me a job, I go hustle, I do what I got to do to get that bag together. So if this end up being short, I got that back end covered because my other hustle can pay for that. Them hustles paying for each other. That way I don't stress myself as the artist. Okay, what to do. You got to know to go right or left. Either way it go, that shoe got to get tied.
That is a fact. I feel like we could never be too proud. Because I've even told Big, I'm like, if it ever came down to it, I would go back to work. I'm not going to allow myself to lose my business, lose my home.
Tell me about it.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not that prideful, especially at this point in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you ain't come this far just to get this far. You feel me?
Exactly. especially music artists, do not quit your job. Like, because I'm going to tell you, it takes a long time to make enough money to support yourself. And if you got a family, if you got kids and stuff, it's expensive. Are you a dad?
Yeah, I'm dead, definitely.
Okay, so let's talk personal for just a minute. How did fatherhood change your life?
Fatherhood changed my life in a few ways. I had a good father, so it inspired me to do what I was supposed to do as my responsibility came upon.
Yeah.
My dad was there for me as well, doing all the manly stuff from cutting the yard, changing tires, working and all this stuff, all that's just embedded in me. So I'm doing my thing as a father now to put those things into my kid, so we can put good into the world, make sure you're a hustler, you don't want for nothing, always take care of your family, try to love first instead of hurt somebody first,
I feel like if there's anybody out here, man or woman, I ain't gonna just put this on the men, a man or a woman that's not taking care of their family, God is never gonna bless you.
Straight up.
Stop wondering why you're not getting blessings and you're not out here taking care of your kids.
Yeah, to be honest, and everybody's situations are different. I don't judge no man what they went through or what they going through to get where they trying to go at.
Right.
I don't expect nobody to judge me either. I'm human just like y'all. But it's the thing of I had to really sacrifice me being on the road as much these last few years since I had kids, though, because just like anybody else, my kids come first. You know what I'm saying? And the bills definitely gonna come first.
Of course.
I ain't finna be out the door for nobody. My kids ain't finna have nothing cause of somebody. All that matter. So, like I said, I put my feet on that ground and I just beat the road. I just keep going and let it add up.
And I understand people fall on hard times. I get it. But still try to make as much effort as possible. Yeah, maybe I can't send you as much money this month. I'm talking, when you're not together,
Yeah.
Maybe I can't send you all 500 this month, but I can send you 3. Or I can't send you that 1,000 I'm supposed to, but I can send you 6.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And the ones that got a good relationship with your kid's mom or your kid's father, keep that. Because, man, some people are understanding and some people just ain't shit. You got your people that's just trying to see you have nothing because y'all went through something.
Yeah.
You want to stay away from that kind of individual.
That is facts. I feel like, honestly, I'll be completely honest. I only have one son, and he's my everything. He's so amazing to me. His dad was never really around. Like, I feel like I think the last time my son seen his dad is when my son was 5, and my son's now 31. So you do the math. You know what I'm saying?
You're going to be like, hell, I don't need you to show me anything, Pops. I'm my own man now.
He is, and I thank God that my dad is my best friend. I love him so much. Like, he stepped in and really took that role of almost being like my son's dad, even though that was Pop. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He stepped in and showed him the manly stuff that I can't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a blessing.
It is such a blessing.
Wow.
So you're out here in the A right now. What else you got on your schedule, on your radar while you out here?
That's it. I'm on and off the phone with a few DJs. Finally on Industry's Most Wanted.
You did.
Hey, this is where it starts at.
No, facts. You gotta come through me.
You got to, bro. I don't care who you is. You better look at the residuals. No, boy, look. The resume's serious. I know tonight I'm doing this thing called New Music Mondays. Me and my boy Joe Green gonna put this new single on them live on stage. And then I'm gonna just try to rub a couple elbows, shake some hands, and try to make this next time I come up here for a trip with a little bigger situation.
Make sure when you're at New Music Mondays, if you have the opportunity to connect with Lala Shepherd.
Okay.
She's like, I believe she's the PR for the Coalition DJs, but outside of that, she's got her own motion.
Okay.
She's got a beautiful platform here in Atlanta called the Progress Report.
Oh,
she was probably one of the first people I connected with when I moved here. At the time, she was managing a music producer, but she's got her own podcast. She does public PR work. So she's got the Progress Report, and then she's got another platform called Skipping Class. So maybe you can connect with her while you're here.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
She's so dope. So yeah, I would recommend you. She usually has long braids in her hair, but maybe ask around, hey, where's Lala at?
You recommend. I'm pretty sure she about hers.
She's so dope, most definitely. What else does Bossman Bounce currently have in the works that we did not talk about that we need to be on the lookout for?
Maybe these show bookings, these promoters ain't called me for. Yeah. Message.
Message.
Well, other than that, I'm cooking as usual. So any artists want to get at me, all my platforms online got my info, the booking or the direct line. You can just hit my line. Let's do it. Let's bang it out. You need a hit. You can rap good. Like I said, I got hooks sitting around. You got a beat, send it to me. Let's rotate. Gotta have that money though, man. Everybody gotta get something. Yeah.
Right now, if someone will say is just discovering you for the first time through this interview, what song do you want them to go listen to first to get to know you?
That's a great question. It might be more than one.
Give us a couple. That's cool. Give us 2 or 3.
Besides Stingy, I got one called Take It Easy. And I say the I Know track that I'm pushing right now with Joe.
Okay.
That I Know track, like I said, that I Know record is like, it's like really when you finally done overcame so much hatred through the hood or so many people putting you down and praying on your downfall, you can tell them to go ahead and stop counting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you up now, you finally gonna feel this. You know what I'm saying? You gonna live this. And it's like, I know is that response to them haters saying, yeah, I know you been hating on me. Yeah, I know. That's basically what the whole trance of the thought pattern is when I made that track. It's like, I know I'm hot. Yeah, I know you like the track. I know you hate me because I'm better than you. I know you whatever. I know you dogged me out at that last show. Yeah, I know that's why you look at me like that. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but...
So that's a couple of records that y'all could go check out to get familiar with him. And as he told you earlier, January 1st, new project is dropping.
Yeah, so man. It's the Benjamin 3. It's up.
I like the chain, too.
Yeah, Benjamin, y'all know what it is. It's official. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't heavy motion, man. Got all the project locked in, loaded. Shout out all my producers and engineers. My main engineer, shout out DJ Ebu, Eddie Boo in Tampa, Florida. Shout out some of my other hitters, you know what I'm saying, 2G813, you know what it is. We up, we cooking.
Most definitely. Where can people follow you on your social platforms? And include your YouTube in there, that way they can check out visuals.
Alright, so we're gonna do it like this. Since a lot of people know about the YouTube and use YouTube daily, subscribe and follow please at Mr. Benjamin 813. Mr. Benjamin, so B-E-E. The regular Ben, so BEENJAMMIN, all right? So, you know what I'm saying? You can't get that confused, and you got to put 813 at the end. You know, Big Temple, you know what I'm saying?
Not the little one.
Not the little one. And then all the other platforms from X to Instagram, TikTok, at Bossman Bounce. You know, you can get me directly. Like I said, don't be scared to reach out. You know, it's only for your own good.
Tap in.
Tap in.
I know you just shouted out a couple people. Is there anybody else that you really want to give thanks to that's been loving you and supporting you through your journey that we have not mentioned? Yeah,
it's a few people that's in the city, that's artists that always been supportive of me. They ain't never gave me no hate feeling or nothing. A couple of them we done did tracks together. That's my homie Young Fella, and my boy Dirty Game, and my dog T.O. You know what I'm saying? There was some guys that I knew for years when I was like on the come ups, and ever since I done got to my official mode, they just always been in my corner and just say, bro, you got it, man. Just keep going. Don't worry about what they doing. Like, fuck them haters, man. They gonna hate even harder. You just keep going, bro. Like, they don't fail back and say, man, you got it. I'd rather you go do this show. Like, you know, what a hell moments, you know?
That's
so
dope.
Yeah. Shout out to them boys, man. Keeping it real.
If someone's coming to Tampa for the very first time, what's a must go to spot for them? Whether it's something to eat, entertainment, nightlife, what's a go-to spot?
Must go to spot for
put Tampa on the map.
Oh, there's so many places to go to. It's all about what you like to eat. Cause I ain't much gonna cap. I go to the casino in the Heartbeat, the Hard Rock where it's at.
Man, I used to be there almost every week.
Yeah. Go to Fresh Harvest. You wanna go somewhere in town? You wanna spend some money, have a good time, get your little juke on a little bit, spend some money, get your eat on, gamble. Why not? The Harvest and the Hard Rock. Oh yeah.
Nah, facts. I remember we would leave the club and we'd be like, man, we ain't ready to go home yet. Let's go to the Hard Rock because it's open 24/7.
For sure.
We'd go over there and keep. That was back in my reckless days. Yeah. I don't drink no more.
Yeah. And then shout out to my boy Fee. You know what I'm talking about? Me and him been locked in for years on some other business. But table 22, you know what I'm saying? That's where it's at with on Bush Boulevard. Y'all go ahead and check that out. And then last but not least, the Outside Kitchen. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. J Mac. He whipping them up. I'm talking about you get that lamb chop. You know what I'm talking about? Get that doggone pasta. You know what I'm talking about? Them shrimps on it. You know what I'm talking
about? You making me hungry.
Yeah. But yeah, that's where I set them hitters in the city. So I don't care who you is, where you from. You got to slide through the city from the entertainment to the food. Don't worry about the people, you know what I'm saying? Anywhere in the world, you're always going to find some good ones and some bad ones. And then you look for a clothing spot in the city. Shout out to my boy Jay. He got the spot called Icon. You got one in Orlando. You got one in Tampa. He got the one on Fowler, you know what I'm saying? Go holler at him, you know what I'm saying? That's where it's at.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That is dope, man. I got one last question for you. Where are we at? Go ahead and tell everybody what makes Bossman Bounce the industry's most wanted.
Bossman Bounce is the industry's most wanted because he ain't stopping, and he the one that's going to make it what it's supposed to be. You dig.
Thank you for being here today.
For sure. I thank you for allowing me to be on this platform. You got to start somewhere, and why not start here the right way, you know?
That is a fact, because there's a lot of great platforms here in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. But, you know, respectfully, I feel like mine's one of the ones that you need to touch along with, you know, like I mentioned, the progress report. Shout out to my girl Lala. We've got Dirty Glove Bastard, Off the Porch.
Okay, yeah, Off the Porch.
There's, of course, OG with Traveling from the Basement. There's certain platforms I feel like if you come into Atlanta, you got to tap in with. Yeah. So shout out to everybody out there on their work. Shout out to you for being here today.
Yeah, coming soon. All the other platforms she just mentioned. Hey, I'm finna get on there.
I know that's right.
Stay tuned.
Get on board and get that.
Benjamin, get it. Up.
Oh, so.